Welcome to StudyAssistant.org video tutorial. This tutorial is voice activated. This video presentation is on the topic of new business acquisition of funds. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify sources of capital for the setting up of a business. This video is presented in a way that assumes you are familiar with the number of terms and expressions. So pause this video and go through these terms and expression before you proceed. You should know by now that establishing a new business requires a lot of skills and preparation. Many entrepreneurs are unable to bring their idea to reality, because they were unable to raise the required capital for their business ideas. That is why the entrepreneur must first identify the different sources of funding, and find one which is most compatible with his or her needs. There are different types of financing that can help the entrepreneur raise capital for the new business. They are personal funding, equity financing, friends and family, investors and venture capitalists, debt financing, bank loans and government financing. The first type of source an entrepreneur usually considers is his or her own savings and investments. Money can be obtained from personal checking and savings accounts, credit cards, and retirement accounts. Personal funding might be the only source of funding the business needs to start up. When personal funding is insufficient, the other types become possible sources. On the other hand, many new business owners may opt to utilize a combination of different sources to raise capital. Equity financing is another means to raise capital by the selling of shares for the company. In addition, equity can be collected from the sale of real estate properties, vehicles, recreational equipment, and even rare collectibles. Small business owners may invest their own funds into their businesses, funds gleaned from inheritance, savings, or even the sale of personal assets, which then serves as equity financing for the business. Personal investments that serves as equity financing contributes positively to healthy balance sheet and also attract other types of investors and/or lenders, such as angel investors. Equity finance from shareholders means that the owner loses partial or complete autonomy over their new business, because financiers may want to have a say in every business decision made, including routine ones. They may also want a large stake in the business. They may want a 25 to 50% return on their contribution. Equity finance can therefore indicate your commitment to the business and your willingness to share risk and rewards. Even though the main sources of equity financing comes from shareholders, many small businesses continue to be funded by family and friends. Besides self-financing, family members and friends, generally referred to as peer-to-peer lending, can provide an additional source of funds. Such loans are quick and accessible, but family member and friends may feel they deserve some say in the running of the business or request a large stake in the new business. As a result, this can lead to resentment and conflict between parties involved. Capital can also be raised from angel investors and venture capitalists, who usually seek a solid business plan, a good management team, and an enthusiastic founder. They also hope for good returns on their investments, typically 25% or more. Most venture capitalists would invest money in a business for a short period of time and then cash out. An alternative to financing from investors who may most likely seek to influence the running of the business is debt financing. New business owners can also raise capital through debt financing offered by banks or accredited government agencies. This type of financing ties the owner and the lending institution for the life of the loan and until the loan is fully paid up. However, it allows the owner to retain maximum control over their new business. In addition, interest on debt financing is often tax deductible. However, One disadvantage of debt financing is that the high debt may look unattractive to other investors who are also involved in the project. The money owed may discourage other financiers from lending further funding and can often disqualify a new business owner from the opportunity to raise capital in the future. A similar type of funding is bank loans. Bank loans to new businesses provide owners with the necessary funding to fit the monetary requirements of the new business. These loans are based on the owner's credit rating. Also, there are different types of loans that can provide new business owners with the means to raise capital. These loans are classified according to the size of the planned business. The most common types are startup business loans, small-scale business loans, large business loans, and new business loans. Banks are not the only lenders of loans. Government loans are also considered a valuable source for new business owners who seek to raise capital. Government's role in capital financing is to provide new business owners the opportunity to raise capital by acting as guarantor through a network of local lending partners to help promote the startup, growth, and success of small businesses. Government financing offers more flexibility than other loans that are offered by traditional lending institutions. However, new business owners may not find these sources easy, since new business owners must meet minimum criteria and furnish details of their business profile, loan request amount, collateral details, business financial statements, and personal financial statements. Two major facilities of government financing in Trinidad and Tobago and the Micro-Enterprise Loan Facility. Every new business is different and they have their own monetary needs. The business owner must estimate how much capital is needed for the new businesses. Some new businesses can be started on a small budget, while others may require considerable investment in inventory or equipment. It is vital for entrepreneurs to estimate this amount before deciding to raise capital. It should be noted that limiting a new company expenses can restrict their business capacity and threaten their potential for growth and stability. For this reason, it is important not to underestimate the monetary requirement for the running of a business. Also, if a new business owner is ever in a desperate financial situation and need additional capital to sustain their new business, then they are strongly recommended to raise capital from outside sources, such as a loan from a bank, friends and family, or personal investors. A well-formed business plan should also indicate the best sources for the business. For instance, a venture capital source may not be suitable for all entrepreneurs. It is an option well suited for small companies that have a seasoned management team, very aggressive growth, and intention to trade publicly. This concludes our video presentation on the topic of new business acquisition of funds.